From the station that's on your side, you're watching News 19 at 7.
And good evening now. Thanks for being with us on this Monday. Work on 2 nuclear reactors at the VC Summer plant in Fairfield County has come to an end. SCE&G and Santee Cooper announcing today they have abandoned the nuclear plant project. News 19's Nick Jones has those details.
For sure.
Not too good.
That's kind of sad. I think that's horrible.
We've spent $8 million to build something that we're going to tear back down.
Many in the Midlands are not thrilled about hearing the nuclear plant project being shut down. Santee Cooper and SCE&G filed applications to build 2 nuclear units in 2008, and the completion date has been set back several times. Molly Gore with Santee Cooper says the decision to end the project was made to help their customers.
This is a difficult decision, and it is disappointing, but the bottom line really is after Westinghouse's bankruptcy, this has just become too expensive to put on our customers.
The news has become a shocker for some, but for others,
It was absolutely no surprise that this project has been halted.
Tom Clements is a senior advisor with Friends of the Earth.
And I'm not really happy that it's been shut down because the ratepayers are going to be hit with massive cost overruns now.
Last week, Toshiba, the parent company of Westinghouse, agreed to pay $2.2 billion that will be split by the 2 power companies.
That money will go to offset the need for new debt and to bring some stabilization to rates. So we do plan to use that money to offset costs that we've already incurred. Also start looking at other options for recovering costs or bringing in additional revenue, again, to benefit customers.
Now many people just want to know what's next.
For me, as a consumer, I would like to know what's happening with that money, because I don't have money to just give away to just something that's not happening.
Nick Jones, News 19, WLTX.
Well, Santee Cooper says they plan on protecting the property of the construction site until further plans are made. What those plans are, we have no idea. SCE&G is scheduled to discuss their decision with the Public Service Commission tomorrow. Of course, News 19 will be at that meeting. And today's decision will impact many construction workers on that site. News 19's Lauren Thomas brings us their reaction tonight.
Employees got word this morning as soon as they came in that they would no longer be needed for the construction projects of Unit 2 and 3 out here at VC Summer. And these are welders, carpenters, operations managers, many of them who live around this area. Some of them are from out of the state, from all different parts of the country. One woman I spoke with earlier said that she came from Texas to work on these nuclear reactors. But many people were shocked by this, but some had a feeling that it was going to come.
All the rumors and stuff that been going on, I sort of I got preparing for it, but through the situation and how it happened, it really hit you, because in reality you got bills, but it is what it is, because there's been rumors, so you had opportunity to leave if you wanted to, but it was good money. It kept the community up. Now the community go down, families gonna struggle, people gotta move back home, nobody guaranteed nothing.
We wish for the best, I'm like this here, I believe in God, so as long as I believe in Him, everything else will fall in place.
Now, this will also have an impact on businesses around Fairfield County who relied on these thousands of workers to come to their places of business. So there's going to be a shift out here in Fairfield County. We're still unsure on if they will ever resume construction on these 2 nuclear reactors, but for right now, 5,000 people are out of a job. Reporting in Fairfield County, Lauren Thomas, News 19, WLTX.
Well, Daniel, we had a pretty cool morning in parts of the Midlands, mid-50s in some areas, right?
Yeah, Cedar Creek dropped down to 55 degrees. Here in the capital city, we dropped down to 62 degrees. We enjoyed a lot of sunshine today. Not the case down in Florida, where a tropical storm did form. Now it has, since weekend, it is Tropical Depression Emily. It's going to continue to move towards the north and east, maybe gain a little bit of strength, but right now should not make an impact for us here in South Carolina. As we mentioned, we've enjoyed a lot of sunshine and dry conditions, and that's going to be the case overnight. We're looking for lows right around 65 degrees, so another pleasant start to our day. And even tomorrow, 90 degrees, but dew points will be low, so there won't be much humidity in the air once again. So even at 90 degrees, it won't be bad tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, we're expecting lows right around 67 degrees, but we do have some rain in the forecast. We'll take a look at your 7-day coming up in just a few minutes. JR?
Daniel, thank you so much. Tonight, Union deputies are searching for a missing man after a mysterious 911 call. They say 24-year-old Kelvin Durham called yesterday saying that someone was chasing him. Shortly after, dispatch lost the call. This all happened on Cross Keys Highway in Union County. When deputies got there, they could not find the caller, but they managed to find his car. While deputies say they have no leads so far, investigators continue to look for clues. If you believe you have any information that can help, call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. 15 people are facing charges of prostitution tonight. Police in the small Lexington County town of Springdale says they made the arrest over the weekend. Officers also say one of the people facing charges had many outstanding warrants. There were also several guns and narcotics found during that bust. This is the second large-scale prostitution bust in the Midlands since last week. The other happened in Kershaw County. A Lee County man is behind bars tonight after police say he shot his father-in-law. He's 55-year-old Joe Johnson of Bishopville. Investigators say he shot his father-in-law in the shoulder and above his eye, but the injuries are non-life-threatening. On their way to the scene, police say they came across the victim. He was rushed to a hospital in Florence. Although investigators say Johnson fled the scene, he was eventually found and hauled off to jail. In Clarendon County now, the American Red Cross is helping a family whose home was scorched by fire last night. This all happened in the small town of Manning. We're told 2 adults and 1 child were left homeless by the blaze. Damage estimates and a cause of that fire are unknown tonight. Suspended Columbia City Councilman Mo Badura is filing a civil suit now against the governor. He's asking that the court remove Governor McMaster's executive order that has him suspended from office. The suspension came back in March after Badura was charged with domestic violence. He says he's innocent and that the governor has overstepped his authority. Richland deputies are asking for your help to find a suspect wanted on forgery charges tonight. He's 28-year-old Zabian Ashley. Deputies say that earlier this month he bought 4 money orders totaling $1,000 with counterfeit money. This all happened at the Gazba station on St. Andrews Road. Investigators say there's a $1,000 reward for useful tips in this case. If you have any information you believe can help, call Crime Stoppers. Also, over a dozen businesses in Lexington have been hit with counterfeit money in just the last 2 months. The Lexington Police Department sent us these pictures of 2 suspects they're looking for in connection with that funny money. I don't know if we have those pictures for you, but they did send them to us, and we'll be posting them on our website. Investigators say the suspects are using fake 20s, 50s, and $100 bills to purchase small items and then getting real money back. Frank's Car Wash in Lexington got 3 $50 bills from 3 different cars. The owner says the bills passed the brown marker test, but the bank was the one to tell them that the serial numbers on all 3 bills were the same.
In this day and age, you've got to be very cautious because there's something new, a new scam every day that somebody's breaking out to get you. So just as an operator, just be careful. As a businessman, cover your bases, do what you're supposed to do. And we did what we were supposed to do. So, but maybe they'll come up with something better. I don't know.
Well, if you believe you have any information about who's responsible for spreading the fake bills, call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. 4 people died on our state's roadways over the weekend. Only one of the victims was actually in a car, not buckled up. The other victims were on a motorcycle, a moped, and a bicycle. So far this year, over 550 people have died on our state's roadways. Gas prices are on the rise here in the Midlands. Today, the average price in Columbia went up to $1.98 a gallon. That's about 4 cents more than this time last week. Despite the higher price, South Carolina's average is still well below the national average of $2.31. Fuel analysts say the slightly higher prices come as large oil providers overseas are experiencing a bit of unrest. It also comes as the summer travel season begins to dwindle down. Columbia is going to be hosting a disaster recovery session this Wednesday for people still suffering from the 2015 flood. It's going to be open to the public. Attendees will find out if they're eligible for assistance and what documents they'll need. There is a session going on right now, but it is about to end. You wouldn't make it in time. So again, the next one will take place Wednesday. It's going to be at the Earlwood Park on Parkside Drive here in Columbia. It will begin at noon. Kershaw County School District and their partners will be helping needy students get school supplies. Going to be hosting their Fill the Bus campaign. School supplies are being accepted for that campaign at several places around that area. School leaders say the district is in huge need of pencils, notebooks, and paper. There are 2 places you can donate supplies, at the Sonic Restaurants in Lugoff and Camden, or at the Fred's Pharmacy, also in Camden. The event is running from now until this weekend. The Gamecock football team held their first fall practice this morning at their indoor facility. The Gamecocks' first game just over 30 days away. The team begins the 2nd year of the Will Muschamp era. The team's first game of the season on the road in Charlotte at Bank of America September 2nd against NC State. Their first home game will be under the lights September 16th against Kentucky. Still ahead now, with agriculture being a staple of the state, farmers are looking for some innovation. When we come back, we'll take a look at a new state project that is headed to the area.